What you hear in the huddle sounds like this. Gun, trips right, F short zip, 62 scat, Z spy, X dig, alert, smoke. And most people are like, what did he just say? Did he just cast a spell? Today I'm going to translate an NFL play call into normal language so when you hear one on TV, you can actually understand what parts matter. By the end of this video, you'll know what the formation tells you, what the motion is doing, what the protection is, and what the concept is. I'm going to show you how you can build your own play call too. Here's the big idea. Most NFL play calls are built in chunks, so not every team uses the same words, but most teams follow the same style and structure. Think of it like ordering food. You pick the place, you pick the combo, you pick the sides, and then you add a little instructions, right? The play call works the exact same way on offense. First, the formation, then a motion or shift, then the protection, the concept, meaning the routes or the run scheme, and then any tags, alerts, or adjustments. So let's break it down. We're gonna use a sample play call here, and it's important to note, this may not be a real play call for an NFL offense, but it's just important for this video. So here's our sample play call. Gun trips right, F short zip, 62 scat, Z spy, X dig, alert, smoke. That was a lot, don't worry about it. Let's talk about the first chunk, the formation. Formation is just the offense lining up and telling the defense where everybody is. So if I say gun trips right, that means two things. Gun means shotgun. The quarterback's not under the center. Trips right means that there are three eligible receivers to the right side of the formation. Now trips can look different depending on the team. It can be three wide receivers. It can be two receivers and a tight end. It can be a bunch, but the point is still the same. The defense is immediately counting numbers on offense. And this is what casual fans miss. Formation is not just alignment, formation is information. When the defense sees trips, they have to decide how they're gonna handle that extra receiver. Are we rotating coverage that way? Are we matching routes that way? Are we bringing pressures away from it? Are we rolling the safety down? So even before the ball is snapped, the play call is already trying to create some problems. Football is chess. That's real football. Let's talk about the next chunk, the motion or the shift. In our example, F short zip. Teams use letters for positions and it can vary based on team, but you'll usually hear stuff like X, Z, Y, F, or X, Y, Z, F, however you want to put it. X is often the isolated receiver, Z is the other outside receiver, Y is usually the tight end, and F is often a flex guy, a slot guy, or a move tight end, so keep that in mind. So F short zip probably means that the F receiver is going into a short motion. And zip could be that short motion, right? Quick motion across the formation or into a new spot. So here's what the motion really does for this play. Motion is the offense asking the defense a question. If the defense follows the motion of the defender, that usually tells the offense that it's man coverage. And if the defense bumps and passes it off, it usually tells us that it is zone coverage. So the quarterback uses motion to figure out what he's about to see even before the play starts. That's why motion right now is everywhere in the NFL. It's not just for style, it's a diagnostic tool. So far, we have covered two things: where everybody lines up and who is moving, and maybe what that movement is trying to reveal. So let's get to the part that most fans ignore, except for your boy, but quarterbacks care about the most, that is protection. In our example, the protection is 62 scat. This part will change a lot from team, okay? It's gonna vary, but I'll give you a clean version just to make sense for our example. The protection in the offense is saying, here's who is blocking who. Sometimes the number tells you the scheme. Other times it tells you the point of direction. Sometimes it's used to identify the Mike linebacker. And if you want some good information about identifying the Mike, check the video up in the corner. But the easiest way to understand this is this. The protection tells the quarterback what kind of time he has. Okay, so now the word scat is key here. Scat often means that the running back is not necessarily staying in to block. He's releasing into a route quickly. So if the quarterback hears scat or he calls scat, he knows something right away. We probably have a 5-man protection and the ball needs to come out on time. Because if you're only blocking with 5 offensive linemen and the defense brings 6, the quarterback has to know where his quick answer is. That's where we get the hot routes and alerts. That's where they come from. Now we get to the fun part, which is the concept. The concept is the actual play. And for us, this play is a pass play. So this is the routes, the things you see on TV. In our call, the concept chunk sounds like Z spot X dig. And that tells us that we have a route concept that's built around the Z receiver running a spot concept and the X receiver running a dig. So let me translate that a little bit like a quarterback. A spot concept usually creates a triangle read for the quarterback. You'll get something in the flat, you'll get an outside breaking route like a corner or an out, and then you'll get a spot route that's gonna sit down in space. A dig route is one that is breaking in around 10 to 15 yards that's attacking behind the linebackers. So the QB is thinking something like this on the snap. Do I have something quick in the flats? If the linebacker expands, can I hit the dig behind him? And if the corner sinks, can I throw the route that replaces him? And if the middle's wide open, then I can just throw the spot route that's sitting in that window. That's why concepts are paired together. You're attacking multiple levels of the defense at the same exact time. Now, the last chunk is tags and alerts. In our example, it ends with alert smoke. An alert is basically the play call giving the QB permission. It's saying, hey, if you see this look, do this other thing. And smoke is commonly a quick throw outside, a quick screen or a quick hitch, or especially like if the corner is playing off. So the quarterback is gonna look out in his formation and see if there's a cushion. And he might take the easy yards and just throw the smoke immediately, hence the alert. That's not really improvising. That's a play call that it's doing what it's designed to do, right? You've seen this on your TV maybe a couple of times because sometimes the alerts don't always work out because the alerts mean that the wide receiver and the quarterback have to be in lockstep and mentally connected. So now that you know all the chunks of the offensive play call, let's come up with one of our own, okay? Remember, we're doing formation, motion, protection, concept, and then alert. So for another example, I'm gonna make one up right now. We're going formation, guns, double right, motion, Z jet, the protection is gonna be 60 slide, concept is gonna be Y cross, and the alert is going to be smoke. Now, let's practice saying it together. Gun, doubles right, Z-jet, 60 slide, Y cross, smoke. You say it a little bit faster and you're starting to sound like a quarterback. Gun doubles right, Z-jet, 60 slide, Y cross, smoke on 2 or whatever the snap count is. Now, you are a quarterback. You play football now. You know what you're doing, okay? Translation for our play, we are going to line up in doubles. In the gun, okay? We're gonna send the Z in jet motion to test the coverage and widen the defense, and we're gonna slide to protect it. We're gonna run a cross concept with the tight end as our main answer, and if the corner's soft, we're gonna take that quick smoke route. And if you can understand that, you're gonna be able to understand most NFL play calls. And what I want you to do in the comments is make up your own play call, okay? The language can be completely yours. It can be as complicated as you want or as simple as you want. Okay, you're not trying to memorize the entire language, so come up with something fun. Come up with something in the chunks. You're listening for the chunks. Formation, motion, protection, concept, alert. Formation, motion, protection, concept, alert. And then once you hear plays like that, and the next time you hear a play call on TV, you'll actually understand maybe what's being said. Because you don't play the game, you may not know the play, but you'll understand that they call it a formation. If there's a motion, they put in a motion. They call it a protection, the concept, and had an alert if they had an alert. If you do have a favorite call, either one that you've seen on TV or something because you play football, go ahead and put that in the comments as well, okay? And if you have other questions about football and learning football, come on the YouTube channel, hit subscribe, drop a comment, send me a DM. I'll translate it in the Corey's Corner way. Because we love football here, okay? This is what we do. God is love. I love all. Come back to the next video and we can talk some ball. Peace out.